Good afternoon. It's Friday, for those that it matters. Alright, so, paperwork. Get the paperwork out of the way. Hey, Ellen. Follow me on Haps. First one. Follow me on YouTube. Second one. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Just follow me. But if I see you following me, I'll lose you. Ta-da! And remember to share this, and we'll have more fun with more peeps. All right. Long delivery. I'm on 2 deliveries. I got the long delivery first. Then I snagged, where am I going? I got to get off and go back up the hill. Then I snagged a Home Depot delivery, taking me basically where I'm going over here in Valley View to pick up the long delivery. So I'm getting paid a little to go to where I'm going. And then hopefully there were 2 deliveries in Medina on the way to my long delivery. So I'm hoping those are still there, but I won't know until I get this one kicked out of the system. All right, I got to get off up here because I'm not looking at maps. I'm just remembering where I'm going. Sometimes I get burned that way because, oh, what's going on up here? ODOT trucks on the right. Sometimes I don't remember because I'm talking where I'm supposed to turn. Now, if I had navigation turned on, it would probably tell me, but I don't typically do that. I'm just going to chill back here in this lane since we got so much traffic. What, are you not working today, Alan, or you on break? I didn't get much sleep last night, but what else is new? It's very bad yesterday. I slept in the car last night. This morning, I just couldn't make it back home. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm going to get off here. I got off the right exit this time instead of missing it. I guess I could go the other way, but I'm not. I guess this is considered the quicker way. Probably than going all the way to, Transportation Boulevard and coming back around. I was going to say, you want to go for a ride to past Mansfield, Alan? You can jump in. The long delivery is to Lexington, Ohio. Hopefully the car will be okay, because it does have some issues. But it's really good money for the trip. All right, we got to go east. The original Cloverleaf in Ohio. This interchange. Right, if I'm right. Hey, Mary. Oh, that's Bella. Sorry. Lexington, Ohio. First, I'm going over here to Garfield Heights to deliver a little chest freezer from Home Depot. And then, literally right over here is where I pick up my long delivery. So, this delivery paid me to come over to this neighborhood. I didn't even think I had this delivery. Tired. Well, you can sleep in the car. Since you sleep watching me anyhow, you might as well sleep in the car. And hope I get these other two deliveries. I don't know if they'll still be there. Oh, I'm gonna miss this light. Isn't there a Dunkin Donuts over here? I forget. Is there a Dunkin Donuts over here on Canal? I think there is. Can't remember. Green light. Oh, Fredo. Oh, hi everybody. Ooh, it's Friday. Alright, what am I looking for? Oh, I'm already doing that. I'll have to look in a second. Okay, go back to my map. Oh, Alright, just turning on to Garfield from Warner, so I'll be there in seconds. Thank you, bye. Alright, so let's get rid of that. Rid of that. Oh, from Chicago. Don't you know where Cleveland is, Bella? It's 350 miles from Chicago. $480 miles from New York City, if I remember. I need a Dunkin' Donut coffee and a bagel, I think. And that'll hold me till I can get some real food later. Oh, you need a car from Chicago to New York? Oh yeah, I used to do driveaways. I used to deliver cars. Message me on my Twitter or Instagram, Bella. Same name, shocking guy. And well, then we can call each other. All right. All right, we're across the street here. Yeah, I'd be very interested in doing that. I used to do that a lot across country. I've got a friend who does it full time, just so he can travel. Yeah, right. Like I said, I've thought of getting back into it if I could get away from Cleveland. My friend has a web page. That's how he just travels around the country constantly. All right, do that. Get this done. Which way am I going here? Am I on the right street? Ooh, maybe I'm not. I think this is the street. That's the wrong street. Let me double check here. Yes, I almost went down Garfield. That was wrong. I knew that. See, I knew that. Big old double houses. All right, which one is it? Okay, let's take those off so I can see. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think that's it. Or no, maybe it's this one. Where are the addresses? Oh my gosh, why can't people put addresses on their house? Oh, too far. I went too far. My GPS is acting up and I can't read. Oh, you can DM me and then I can accept it and then we can communicate. I have problem. I can't follow people on Twitter. I have followed too many. Or like I said, you can do it on Instagram. But if you just send me a message, I can accept it and then I can communicate with you on Twitter. All right, I got that. I got paperwork and I got the phone. All right. Oh, hush, key. Look what somebody got. It's a freezer. All right, let's see if that long. All right, let's go get the long delivery, which is just a little tiny box. I love these big old houses with all the woodwork in them. This house has got gorgeous wooden floors and a lot of architectural woodwork in the rooms. Houses with some character. All right. Let's see, I gotta pull up here to activate the signal. Let's see if that other long delivery's still out there. No, it's not. Doggone it. Wouldn't you know it? Would have made a nice touch if it would have still been there. Oh yeah, I was gonna look and see if isn't there a Dunkin Donuts? Where is it? I know there's a Dunkin somewhere right around here. I hope I pulled up far enough to actuate the signal. Green light, green light. Go, go, go. All right, where am I at? I'm on that map there. Dunkin Donuts. Isn't there one? Oh, there's one over there. Wait, where am I going? Sorry. Top Golf. No. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was a. I'm going back to Warner. Where's Warner? Canal Valley View. I thought there. Oh, shoot. So I got to go to Dunkin over there. All right, turn around. Good thing I did that. I swore there was a Dunkin Donuts, but it's not. It's probably a Subway or something I'm thinking of. That's a cute building. Little tiny building with the name Lil Duran. Lil Duran. What's the story behind that? Oh, Save Lot, one of my favorite stores to buy some stuff at. So we'll go to this Dunkin' because I've been to this one. Oh, maybe I haven't. Been to the Taco Bell up here to pick up food. Yeah, watch the speed limit. Where is that Dunkin' at? I should have paid attention to the address. Oh, excuse me. Dunkin on the left. Or is that it? No, that's Auto Parts. That's AutoZone. From a distance, kind of has the same colors as Dunkin. Hello there, Lal. Hello. Welcome. Are you on Twitter or Periscope? Where's Dunkin Donuts? Make sure you follow me on Haps and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, please. And if you like this, share it. You get a squeak because you're new. Oh, Linda. Oh. What do you got? Multiple accounts? What is that? I'm taking the squeak back. Ms. Tina's friend. Oh, a different Linda. Oh, okay. Oh, here's Dunkin' Donuts. See? Almost missed it. But it's on the right side of the street. I thought you were a different Linda. I was like, I have a regular Linda. Not that you're not regular. You're new. How can I help you? Hi, extra large coffee, cream, and sugar. How many sugars do you put in that extra large? We put 5 in everything. Oh, you do. Okay. Let's try cutting back to 3. Okay. So extra large coffee with 5 creams, 3 sugars. Anything else? And a what kind of bagels do you have left? Plain cinnamon raisin. We got all of them. Okay. Cinnamon raisin toasted with cream cheese. Okay. Thank you. That's it. You're welcome. Okay. Ms. Tina's friend. Okay. I'm not sure if I can remember or not. How am I paying for this? I'm so screwed up with money. Paid some bills and somebody asked me for some money, so I loaned them a bunch of money. So now I'm broke. 48. Were you yawning? Get a cappuccino. I'm tired. I heard you as you were hanging up. I yawn a lot. I hear you. I got a long drive. All right. Let's get this show on the road. All right. I'm only picking up a little box. Wish I'd have caught those other 2 trips, man. That would have added a little more money. Oh, I got to make room for the coffee. Thank you. Have a nice one. Thank you. Coffee! Oh. All right. I'm not sure if it's the coffee or the aroma. I think I could live off maybe get woke up enough from the aroma. When I was a kid, we had 3 nursing homes. And I used to stock the food pantry rooms, the storage rooms. I used to do all the stocking. And we did some shopping. One of the things we shopped for was coffee. And we would go to, I'm trying to remember, I don't even remember what stores. I want to say Kroger, but I don't know. That's decades and decades ago. Older than dirt. And where could I put that? And we would go grind, I don't know how many pounds of coffee, and then bag it up, and then bringing the coffee back in the car. Oh my God, I just love that aroma in the air. I mean, it was like probably 20 or 40 pounds. I don't remember. It's probably where I got my coffee addiction from. All right. Wow, you want to buy a school? Well, that old Catholic school's for sale. Oh, we're going to go down the big hill here. Big, dangerous hill. A number of trucks have gone down this hill and killed people. Because it's a big, dangerous hill. And these idiot drivers didn't pay attention. And they literally drove over cars and crushed people. I think the last one that went down here, see all the warning signs? We just went by one warning sign. Here's another warning sign. 10% grade. Trucks use low gear. It's not even a bad idea for cars to use low gear. Let your engine do the braking. I think the last truck that came down here and messed up was a cement truck. And it got caught on video a little bit from a security camera. Because if you're riding your brake all the way down a big hill, that means you're going too fast and you're not in low enough gear. So that's how people get in trouble going down big hills and then wrecking. But what was Tiger Woods doing? He was doing 87 miles an hour down a grade in his neighborhood. 87 miles an hour. What was going on with that guy? That's exceedingly fast. You know, what was going on? There's the new building going up. Look at all those new trucks over there. Wish I could afford one. The place I'm picking up this plumbing part. This is going to be their new building for their plumbing division. I think they said the plumbing division is going to move over here. Well, I don't know if they are facing charges or not, or did. I'm sure they did. There's the big bridges that I go over all the time. I talk to you guys about. They're fixing the two original bridges on the outside, and then they added a third bridge in the middle so they'd have an extra way to do this. Here's the other building they have over here. This is the world's largest heating and plumbing supplier. Ferguson. Literally the world's largest. simple pickup. Be right back. It's my first one for this company. I did one for them before on another app. They were desperate for a driver and they couldn't find one, and I ended up with it. Package. Actually, let's tuck this into. That's where we're going. We're going to Clever Lane. We're going to Clever Lane. Clever Lane. Okay. All right. I gotta restart this app, so let's take this. Go back there. Let's see, photos, go to photos. All right. Let's delete this photo. Oop, can't do that there. Delete that. Oh, this stupid app is acting up too. But we know where we're going. I gotta restart that phone. And I want to start eating my hot bagel. Alright. Alright, what are we doing? Keys. Alright. Yeah, that's the big bridge. The busiest stretch of highway in Ohio. 180,000 cars a day go through here. Now there's 3 bridges. Double and triple your fun. Alright, this phone started back up. Alright, let's get. I think how I'm gonna go to get. How do I want to go? Maybe down 77, huh? A little bit, maybe. Alright, let me think. Before I pull out of here. Let's try to open that app back up. What's going on here? Here we go. Let's try there. Go there. Okay. Okay, we're on to the next step. Alright, the app worked. Well, the map worked. This phone is so weird lately. Ugh. Oh, that's ridiculous. Really? Okay. 1 0. Alright, start. Yeah, I thought we were going to go this way. Yeah, we'll go down 77, get on 271. Oh, that's what I was thinking. But I was being a grown up and double checking. There's those big bridges. Hey, Ice. Good evening. I don't know, box of plumbing parts. Oh, gotta go further up here to get out of here. Oh, that's some interesting stuff there. Oh. Yeah, sometimes, but you know, this is paying way better than food. Look at all those new trucks over there. I need to make a bunch of money because I just. Okay, my bagel is still warm. Well, I haven't been through here in a while, this stretch of road. There's the Ohio and Erie Canal. That's how goods used to get delivered to Cleveland back in the old days. Back before we had. Hi, Mary. That's right, when I was a child. I can finally have my coffee. Coffee! I love slurping coffee. Spilling it too. And bagel. All right, we're off on our journey. Mr. Conway. We're off on the journey. Well, are we there yet? No, it'll be over an hour. Rockside Road. We're in Independence, Ohio, just south of downtown. Very big office buildings here. Wow, that guy just cut that close. Jesus. Lots of motels, hotels. I mean, big hotels, 400 room suburban hotels. Big office buildings. Also, this neighborhood is home to many federal agencies like the ATF and the DEA, and soon to be the FBI. The FBI is in downtown Cleveland, but they're going to build their own building out here. Something like $80 million project. I never knew the building they're in downtown they lease it. And now they're paying what's known as penalty lease rates, which are crazy money. They had to start building that project. What do you mean, Cleveland? We got a big federal. What do you mean? We got a big federal presence here. The FBI. Go look at the FBI building in downtown Cleveland on Google. See how big it is. Either Google Street View or satellite. And that wasn't built that many years ago, but it meets lots of crime, man. And you see how big that federal court building is downtown? What's funny is you go to a little town like Youngstown, Ohio, and look how big the federal courthouse is there. Why does Youngstown have a federal courthouse? Well, there was the thing called the mob. That's a cool building. I've done work in that building and on the roof. More hotels up there on the hill. This is a big area. Lots of restaurants, bars. The hotels here are always good on the weekend to be raided by the police for people doing hotel room parties. I guess they had one last weekend. They kicked 40 people out. Prostitution stings also. Oh, crazy ass traffic. Really crazy ass traffic here. Rush hour leaving Cleveland on a Friday. We're on Interstate 77 South right now. I'm going to go down here, get on Interstate 271, cut across over to Interstate 71, and then down 71 to Lexington, Ohio. Oh, I need to look at, see if there's any other deliveries I could sneak in. so far don't look like it. So I guess we just we'll keep driving.
Death. Now, that was expected as well because we know that these vaccines, even though they're highly effective, they're not perfect. They're not airtight, and we still have a rampant pandemic, which means that even vaccinated people are still being exposed to the virus, and if they get exposed enough, some of them may be vulnerable to an infection. Not everybody's immune system is the same, and not everybody receives the same level of protections. But on balance, it shows that the rate of breakthrough is extremely low, and that these vaccines work exceptionally well.
Pfizer said this week that we're likely to need booster shots as soon as a year after the first vaccine. And we've been hearing that these drug companies are preparing possibly for that for later this year.
Right, so some of them are investigating booster shots, basically an identical version of the shot, but one more of it. Or some of them are reformulating their vaccines to target these new variants that are in circulation. Right now, the B.1.1.7 variant is very likely to become the dominant version of the virus here in the U.S. It seems to be able to slightly more effectively escape protection from the vaccine, even though the vaccines still remain highly effective against that one as well. And so the pharmaceutical companies are investigating both options, basically a booster or a reformulated version of the vaccine. But it's not clear yet whether we will need them at this point. It's also a function of how much we can control the spread of the virus.
Yeah, and speaking of the spreading of the virus, things are pretty bad in Michigan right now, are they not? I mean, is it related to what we're talking about, or is it a whole different issue there?
Well, it's a mix of factors. Michigan is now closing in on its record of COVID-19 cases and is reaching a new peak here. And there's a number of reasons behind this. Well, one is that, of course, there is this new variant in circulation, the B.1.1.7 variant, which is a little bit more transmissible and also more dangerous. But Michigan also began restricting or relaxing some of its lockdown restrictions in February. And many of these outbreaks seem to be associated with gatherings of people. And people in Michigan are also having a hard time signing up for getting vaccines. And so these factors all combined mean that, there seems to be a little more transmissible strain, people having a hard time getting protection and also getting together seems to be fueling these additional spikes.
And a lot of states are opening up, totally, aren't they?
Right, and so this is sort of a warning sign for states that, if you relax too soon, you could potentially undo some of the fragile progress that they've made.
Let's move on. Just in time for Earth Day, the state of Montana has been pushing a number of bills to allow people to hunt wolves in the state because the Trump administration took them off the endangered species list.
Right, the gray wolves are the classical story of conservation. They were added to the endangered species list back in the 1970s, and since then, because of conservation efforts and some reintroduction efforts, they've recovered in much of the western United States in places like Montana, and the latest estimate shows that there's about 1,200 wolves in the state. But a consequence of that is that now people are getting worried about these wolves. There's a question about how many wolves are appropriate, what's the correct level to have. So there are hunting groups that are concerned about wolves attacking deer and elk populations, and there are farming groups that are concerned about wolves attacking livestock. And so in Montana, they've recently started pushing these bills through the legislature. 2 of them have already been signed by the governor.
So this is the main highway between Cleveland and Akron. And it's now almost 3 lanes all the way. I've traveled this road so much I couldn't even tell you. Used to get off at this interchange a lot here to go to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, just to the left of us, where I volunteered for 25 years. Here's the Ohio Turnpike interchange. It's a beautiful area out here between Cleveland and Akron. Nicely rural. expensive places to live mostly. The national park is real nice if you want to take a look at it on the web. We're in Summit County now. How many counties will we go through today? Oh, yeah, this kind of look, yeah. There's a house up here at the next exit that I did so much work on. I probably have a year of my life at that house. I used to have a couple really good customers and provided me with tons of work, but it's all gone away. You know, they stopped on a lot of projects. They moved, they got divorced, whatever.
NASA ran into some hardware problems that they've managed to fix, but are now fixing some software problems, and they're trying to reinstall some of the control hardware. The issue with this is that they don't have a live control system because of the latency of communicating with Mars. So all this flying has to be done autonomously, and of course there's really no way to pick it up if it tips over. So NASA wants to be extra careful when they do the first flight of this aircraft.
And we're talking, what, just about 30 seconds at 10-foot elevation?
Right. This is going to be a very brief first flight, but NASA is acknowledging that also that, you know, the Wright brothers' first flight was only 12 seconds, and so Ingenuity is actually going to be carrying a piece of the Wright brothers' first aircraft on it as it takes its first flight on another planet.
Very cool. Thank you, Lemaire.
Thanks,
Changing highways.
Lemaire Fon, staff writer for Fox, based in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I don't know how the signal's going to go out here. You know, we're going to be very rural for this whole trip, so I have no idea. I haven't driven this stretch of road in a while. Quite a while. Probably a year or more. Oh, doggone. All right. Yeah, this area is very pretty in the fall, especially. I don't think I've ever been to Lexington, Ohio. Nope. You know what goes on at rest stops? Shenanigans. Oh, the shenanigans that have gone on at rest stops. You know, some shenanigans can be fun. Depends who's in the shenanigan. But there's plenty of weird shenanigans that go on at rest stops. I would tell you, but that's more for a OnlyFans conversation. I'm not even sure it would be good on there. Well, you're not even getting everything I'm talking about, Mary, but yeah. You know, lots of drug use, obviously some prostitution. I'm talking about mostly meetings between couples, and I'm not talking necessarily the same and I'm not talking male and female couples. Lots of shenanigans. What, you can't fill in the gray matter between the lines? Oh. Alright, that bagel was damn good. Those bagels really fill me up good. It's a good energy boost. Well, I do think you are probably naive about some things. I figured that out. What am I doing here? It's warm in here. Bagels? Well, bagel with some coffee. I used to get one every morning. A little expensive, but it would work better than some of the other stuff. And it wouldn't fill me up like even some eggs and stuff, you know.
South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida to try to find right whales. It is the only known calving grounds for this species, and we are hoping to see adult females come down and give birth to their live young. The number one goal is to see who is giving birth. We can individually identify the right whales, and we will in real time in the planes that we fly figure out who we have. So we have boat-based teams traveling along with the aircraft so that they too can do some additional work when we spot right whales on their calving grounds.
So one of the issues that you are trying to understand is the birth rate. Is the birth rate high enough in order to keep up the population?
Unfortunately, no. This season, it was really exciting that currently 17 mother calves.
Wish I could have just showed you that field. Nice field, freshly tilled.
To successfully be able to continue that population. As Stormy mentioned, the birth rate is too low. We need these calving numbers to be well in the 20s to have a chance of these animals being able to survive in the future. 17
Can't see anything now.
That's up from 10 from the 2020 season. But unfortunately, it still isn't where it needs to be.
Interstate 71, straight ahead. This freeway ends. Because 3-digit freeways are what? They are local freeways.
Our entanglements in fishing gear are a very big problem, but also vessel strikes. And there was a calf that washed up ashore in St. Augustine in February, and it was determined that the cause of death was consistent with a vessel strike.
Yeah, Stormy, when you confront the lobster fishermen with the fact that their lines are entangling the whales.
You don't know the freeway, interstate freeway stuff? East-west freeways, even in your state, east-west roads, if there are routes, are even numbers. North and south roads are odd numbers. 3-digit freeways are local, beltways, bypasses, whatever you want to call them. Cleveland, we have 3 of them. 271 that I'm on right now, which goes from here on at Interstate 2 here at 71 south of Cleveland to the northeast side of Cleveland through the east side suburbs, and it ends up in Interstate 90 on the east side. And then we also have Interstate 480, which cuts across the county in the middle of the county, Cuyahoga County, east to west. And then, oh, hey, Linda. And then, well, I'm a map guy. And then we have the shortest piece of interstate highway in the country, Interstate 490, which is 2.1 miles long. All it is a connector freeway. Connects between Interstate 90 and 71 on the west side, across the industrial valley, the steel mills, to Interstate 77 that I was just on a little bit ago. Yes, I am a fount of useful. Is it useful information or useless information? Oh, exit only. Don't do that. Thank you, Linda. I guess for somebody who gives tours, it's useful.
But the fishermen are understanding of the plight of the right whale, and they are collaborating, and they're collaborating with groups like MIT to figure out how to solve some of the problems. And it will happen, but we hope it happens faster than it has been.
Well, they were able to adopt GPS. I'm sure they all have those on their boats, and even have motors, which they didn't used to have back in the day, 100 years ago. They adopted that. It's not so difficult. All right, let's move on, because I agree with you. There is a solution to this, it sounds like. In fact, this year, Massachusetts implemented a nearly statewide ban on lobster fishing in all state waters from February through early May, giving right whales an opportunity to
you can't see where we're at.
Cape Cod Bay as they migrate further northward. The ban also gives local scientists an opportunity to monitor the ponds to track which whales have returned and how they're faring. WCAI environment reporter Eve Zukoff traveled out into the bay with one of these research teams.
I forgot to start my mileage on this trip. I just thought of that. Doggone it.
So, where do things stand right now in Cape Cod Bay? How are the whales doing? How many of them are there? Give us a little thumbnail sketch, if you will.
Yeah, well, there have been 180 whales seen in Cape Cod Bay this season, which is about half the population. Just last week, 67 right whales were seen south of Cape Cod Bay, and they're just kind of a mystery like that. So, they matriculate out of the area end of April, following their food source.
One of the coolest programs you can listen to, Science Friday. Just an awesome, cool program. Been listening to it for decades. Medina, according to the ticker tape. Oh yeah, it's changing, right?
The juvenile is very well or poorly with its body condition.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something here. Well, let's pick up the speed here so this trucker can get around this other trucker, maybe. And it's exactly what he did. We were all closing in on the slow truck going up the hill. Oh yeah, I was just going to say something else. They were talking about Cape Cod. That's a place I still have never been. Can't believe I've never been out there. I had many chances, and I've never... We are now entering. We have crossed over the threshold. We are now in the Ohio River watershed, which means all waters from here go south. I need a shave. Oh, yes, of course, car guys. Of course. Tom and Ray Mariazzi. Of course. I was a car mechanic. Well, I was a thief first, then I was a car mechanic, a car guy. I owned and fixed and sold and stole lots of cars.
And I spoke to scientist Michael Moore, who described the entanglement of a whale named 2030. This whale was found with a gill net stretching over...
And might have made a lot of cars disappear.
By the time it had died, the net had dissected the blubber off his back. So there was this huge absence of blubber for maybe 10 feet across the midline of his back.
Moore says, if a dog walked into a downtown area with the disturbing, painful injuries that these whales still suffer, there would be national legislation and millions of dollars set aside to save them the very next week.
So why isn't that money coming?
It's hard to really nail that answer down. There is some legislation. A congressman from Massachusetts named Seth Moulton is working on the Save the Whales Act, which is looking to get some money really dedicated to these whales. But I spoke to one...
Just saw probably a hunter's blind, a little tent, camouflage tent in the woods over there.
Right now, the money is coming from grants from SeaWorld. I mean, it's not coming in mass in a meaningful way from the federal government. And in my reporting, honestly, I have not been able to nail down...
Expect delays. Road work ahead.
But a lot of it, has to do with...
we got to move over.
Are really resistant.
Turkey season has just started, I think, in Ohio. I don't really follow that crap, but turkey season I think is just starting. Gabba. I've only seen a couple wild turkeys in my whole life. And down in the national park, there used to be groups of wild turkeys that would chase people on the towpath.
We're heading down a path that does not look good, but we're not at that crossroads.
I had a wild turkey in my driveway once. Dude was lost.
optimist.
Gardner, I didn't hear about that. We're passing through the Lodi, Ohio area. This is, if you were with me on some of those deliveries I did down here, we tried to go eat at the truck stop, the Truck Stops of America and the Blue Beacon Car Wash. That's just here at this big interchange here with Interstate 76 and Interstate 71, which is where we're on. And Ohio 224. It's a big interchange here. Monstrous amount of traffic through this area, connecting and going and coming. Depending how I feel on the way back, maybe we'll get lunch at the truck stop, because it will be open this time. Truck stop's over there in the distance. People have to ride your bumpers, man. Why do people have to ride your bumper at 70 miles an hour? I gotta put my sunglasses back on. It's bright out here now. My sunglasses have schmutz on them. Schmutz. Oh, reduced speed limit ahead, 60 miles an hour. Current speed limit is 70. Most of these trips, when I look at the mileage that they say the trip is going to be, the trip is always more. Oh, look at that. We got travel times. This is a busy stretch through here. You got Mansfield and Ashland, Ohio. Ashland first, then Mansfield. I dated a girl from Mansfield, and I guess that was after high school. Still don't know how we actually... I know how we met, but I can't remember how. I mean, through who, but that's... yeah. Should have stayed with her. I'd have been married to a veterinarian.
hb.edu/summer. Falls University School of Business presenting a virtual career catalyst event, Ethics in the Digital Age, on April 22nd at 6 p.m. Details and reservations for a link to this online event are at bw.edu/catalyst.
This is Science Friday. I'm Ira Plato. Continuing our lead up to Earth Day next week, the first Earth Day 51 years ago was all about pollution. We had
Bank heist in Boston. Huh. I'm going to have to try and remember to look that up. I didn't know, but on Wednesday in Cleveland, I did not know about this. A Cleveland cop shot and killed a guy in a backyard. Apparently, that I think was maybe in a coming out of a vacant house or something. But he did pull a gun, and they have it on body cam.
Rachel Carson and her seminal book, Silence spring because it made.
I don't know if it's making big news at all or not, but you know.
And the birds that live there.
Yeah, she's definitely a major figure in the lineage of conservation. But did you know that some of the key observations in Silent Spring, the data that based her figures on raptor decline, they existed mainly because back in 1934, this scrappy conservationist named Rosalie Edge bought up the land around Hawk Mountain in Pennsylvania in defiance of the Audubon Society. She was battling them at the time.
Really, I had no idea.
If I had the income, folks, I would be on the road all the time, taking you to the places that I go. Oh, here's a place I've been to like once, the Lodi Outlet Mall. The Lodi Outlet Mall. Oh, there's a Love's truck stop on the other side.
Activities to make sure they had enough animals for the next season for probably millennia. But the modern conservation movement started in the late
I may have read about it. I don't know. I
First
mean,
realized
I have to go
that
look it
species
up.
completely extinct.
I usually get some information about museum heists. I won't tell you why, but or how, or why.
So it overlaps with the concerns of
Come on, guy, pick your speed up. Get into traffic.
until the early 1960s.
You've been a science writer covering the natural world for over 20 years now. What made you write this book?
Well, before I was a journalist, I made a living as a field assistant on wildlife research projects throughout the Southwest, so I got up close with not only some fascinating creatures, but some of the very passionate and even violent
Columbus,
debates
95
threatening
miles.
species that were taking place at the time and are still unfolding all over the world. And what struck me about those arguments was that questions people were asking were so basic and profound. Instead of arguing the details of how to save these species for the long term, people were asking, why is the species important? Why should we save this particular one and not another? Whose responsibility is it? And I had a sense at the time that people in the past had asked these questions and proposed some answers, but I think like most people interested in conservation, I didn't have a very strong sense of conservation history as an intellectual movement or as a tradition that had built on itself over time. So I realized that it might be useful to try to piece together this history and look at how people had answered these profound questions.
Entering Wayne County. Watch here, I'm getting close to this slow truck here.
It's true that Plains bison.
There's a free bale of hay on the side of the road.
Species that galvanized the modern conservation movement. Before the mid-1800s, people in North America and Europe didn't really have a sense that human activities could drive species extinct. They had relatively recently realized that extinction could happen at all.
I would if I could have.
To understand that human activities
Too much traffic.
Make a species disappear forever.
Can't tell you all the stuff I've picked up off roads.
But once people
Oh, there's a hawk.
Many
Hawk just flew in front of us.
stage of denial where they would say, well, this is very sad, but maybe this is the price of national progress. And it took a few...
I mean, my friend found a welder generator that fell off of a truck. And by the time he had it loaded in the trunk of his car, which was hard to do, the guy was kind of coming back, and he took off.
William Hornaday, who was a taxidermist and a trophy hunter, and eventually the director of the Bronx Zoo, took it upon himself.
It's amazing what falls off of vehicles, man.
And put them on a train and send them out to Oklahoma. There are many.
So the one time on the Interbelt Bridge in downtown, that's the big bridge I go over when I go into downtown, just before I get off. And it's high. It's like, 80, 100 feet high, whatever. It was rush hour, the road was packed, 5:30 in the afternoon. This is decades ago. My brother and me are in the car, and we're going real slow. I mean, we're down to like a stop. And we're like, what's going on here? There's a lot of traffic. And finally, the cars in front of us move away. And we see what the problem is. Right in front of us. What is this truck driver doing? Look at this guy. The fuck? Look at that guy. Fucking asshole. Almost. I should have let him push into me, man. I'd have had a good ass claim against that fucker. There's no way he shouldn't have known I was there. Dumbass. Should we report him? Metro trailer. It's a rental trailer. Who's pulling it? Metro trailer 561769. Who's the damn trucker? Some fucking independent who's not paying attention. Yep. CF Transportation. What the fuck, man? Dumbass. I should fucking call CF Transportation up. Lucky I was paying attention. I look over and he's got his turn signals on and he's starting to push me out of my lane. I go, what the hell? Oh, now he's going to come around me. He's going to be a hard ass. I gave him the like, what the hell sign. Doesn't matter. He doesn't have the right to cut into my lane. Not when I'm right next to him. He can't judge stuff and figure it out, then he shouldn't be out here. You don't have to be an ass. There's too many drivers like that out here. Columbus, 87 miles. US 250 coming up. Ashland exit. Entering Ashland County. You keeping track of the counties? You forgot to. Where did we start? Cuyahoga, Medina, Wayne, Ashland. Orgasmic Sway, yeah.
People can or do accomplish a lot.
You mentioned Rosalie Edge just now. There's this fascinating story about how she came to blows with the Audubon Society, but in a roundabout way contributed to Rachel Carson's work.
Yeah, Rosalie Edge is not as well known as some of the other people I profile in my book, but she was key to a very important expansion of the conservation movement. She was born into a wealthy family in Manhattan, came to conservation relatively late in life, and was horrified to find out that the Audubon Society, whose leadership at the time was composed more of the wealthy sportsmen who had founded the conservation movement, wasn't doing much to protect birds of prey, hawks and eagles, because sportsmen at the time considered those birds pests who preyed on the birds they wanted to hunt, and they just considered them kind of a lower class of bird, a scavenger who ate leftovers, something not really worth protecting. And Rosalie Edge had a very precocious sense of ecological connections, and she said, look, conservation can't just be about protecting species you like, it has to be about protecting all species and the connections between them. She won that battle with the Audubon Society, and the leadership eventually had to embrace protections for hawks and owls. And she also established a sanctuary for hawks that still exists today. It's called Hawk Mountain. It's in eastern Pennsylvania. I highly recommend you visit if you haven't gone. And the researchers there, beginning when the refuge was founded in the 1930s, started recording the numbers and kinds of birds that flew overhead. And that data, about 30 years later, became a key piece of evidence in Rachel Carson's case against DDT in her famous book, Silent Spring. So if Rosalie Edge started collecting that data, Rachel Carson might have had a much weaker case against DDT, and we might live in a very different world.
This is Science Friday from WNYC Studios. I'm Charles Berquist, talking with science journalist Michelle Nijhuis about her book, Beloved Beasts, about the history of the conservation movement. We keep using the term conservation icons, but I should make clear that this is not a book of hero worship. You give difficult stories of how some of the members of the early conservation movement had difficult views about race or the role of indigenous peoples in the landscape.
As I mentioned earlier, conservation is full of people who did the right things for what we would now see as very wrong reasons. William Hornaday was one of many early conservationists who had racist views, colonialist views, many views that we would now consider limited, or were even considered limited at the time. This is not, of course, to say that the practice of conservation is racist or that all conservationists are racist. Nothing could be further than the truth. But my research showed that in every generation of conservationists, there are a few prominent individuals who have a very strong sense of the complexity of other species, but a much weaker sense of the complexity of our own species. In the worst cases, they see other races as less complex than their own. And then in a less...
Oh no, the Tasty Cake truck is broke down. Oh no, not the Tasty Cakes.
To cause damage to the environment, when we know from decades of social science research that humans are capable of playing a constructive as well as a destructive role in conservation, and that there's great opportunity for finding a constructive role for people to play in the ecosystems they live in.
Are you hopeful or pessimistic about this?
It depends on the day. You know, one of the rewards of this project is
Oh no, we're losing the radio.
Zoll directed it with different perspectives in mind from the start. The way the camera lingers when Mare leaves a room, so we get to see the wry smile or annoyed frown.
Wish I had satellite radio.
On Mother is almost like giving other characters equal time. And that goes not only for Mare's mom, but at other moments for Mare's daughter, her ex-husband, and almost everyone else in town. Yet this writer-director team holds back as much as it gives. Many scenes you'd expect to be showcased happen off-camera instead. And what is shown on camera? I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper, you feel me?
For it to be a chokehold, in the technical sense, both carotid arteries would have to be compressed, but only one side of the suspect's neck was being compressed. So it couldn't be a carotid hold by definition. And he was asked, Johnny Mercer was asked, how quickly unconsciousness occurs when a carotid chokehold was used Mercil answered less than 10 seconds. What does that tell you? That proves, because he was under this restraint by Derek Chauvin for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. That means this was not a carotid chokehold. Because if he was, Floyd would have lost consciousness inside of 10 seconds. And Mercil was not.
Oh, yes, the lovely right-wing radios you find out in the rural areas. Some hideous shows out here that I would listen to when I drove. What was that one station I found the one day? Oh my God, what crazy shit that was.
Mercil responded that he did. So that.
Oh, here's the Ashland exit, Route 250. You used to get off here a lot to go eat sometimes, driving back and forth, get gas. Lexington, Ohio, Standard Plumbing Supply. On, is it Clever Street or Cleaver Street?
It does not mean he's out of the fight. He could come to, and remember, the drugs they suspect he was on could energize him, give him superhuman strength.
Supernatural strength. Well, come on, that's crazy talk. Listen to this guy. He's saying it gave him supernatural strength. No, I'm not a left-winger, Mary. I'm a sensible human, okay?
He himself answered that he personally.
My father was because the government, if you look at the GOP, they haven't offered this country anything, okay? They haven't offered this country anything. Oh, here's that guy I passed that almost ran me off before. CF Transportation, Portland, Oregon, I think. Let's go and then we get around. I had just enough time to let that guy over. I told you, Lexington, Ohio. Why is the GOP so afraid of people voting? Why are they have 256 bills? State trooper in the middle. Why do they have 256 bills in legislatures to restrict or change voting hours or whatever? Why are they afraid of people voting in any way that they can? But give them their guns? Fuck yeah. You can have your guns all day long. Think about that. It's insane. What did we have yesterday? Another mass shooting, right? We can't restrict gun rights a little bit. You know, that'll infringe upon your rights. Oh, yeah, you know. Well, guns are a pandemic. You know, they're an epidemic in America, period. And it should be treated like that.
Many activists won't stop their fight, though, underground and in exile, keeping the fire burning for democracy back in the territory.
Hong Kong has shown a steady process of making fools of forecasters.
And 50 years ago this week, ping-pong diplomacy.
I'll never tell you. If I am or I'm not. Oh, shoot. Where did my protection go? I lost my protection. It fell off the dash. Fredo must have used it. Talk about what? Fredo must have used my protection. It's not on the dash anymore. Fredo, you've been naughty. I never said I owned a gun. Never said I didn't. I doubt you can find me saying that I owned a gun or have a gun. I have protection. Protection does not mean a gun. Oh, the big hill. Used to love going down this big hill here at 120 miles an hour. Love going down this big hill fast. There's a difference, Mary. There's many kinds of protection. Like the protection that Fredo used down there on the dash. He used up my condom. There's a big difference. My first protection is my brain. If I'm in my car, this is my second protection. This vehicle is a weapon, and I'll use it. It's not whatever, Mary. It makes a difference. I dare you to go back and see if you could find anywhere that said I own or have a gun. Protection does not mean a gun, all right? Don't put words in my mouth. I take that seriously. Where are we at? How far do we got to go? Oh, it's Art Walk tonight. It's Art Walk tonight. I missed it last month. Entering Richland County. Keeping track? Cuyahoga, Medina, Wayne, Ashland, Richland. Where are we going here? I should open a map up. It's farther. Worcester, Mansfield, Route 30. Used to get off at this exit a lot back in the day. Oh, we're pretty close. I gotta get off of Route 13, the other side of Mansfield. That's actually the exit I used to get off at a lot more. I used to get off at this exit to eat a lot, going between Columbus or Ohio University. Everybody wants to drive 75 or 80 miles an hour or faster. You know, it's like the state of Texas with voting. In Texas, if you're a student with a state ID for college, they will not let you use that to vote with. But if you own a gun and you have a gun ID, they'll let you use that to vote with. That's bullshit, okay? That's specifically treating another class of people like they're different. And that's on purpose by Republican legislators. Those are simple facts. You know, that's just nonsense. Oh, there's that guy that tried to run me off the road. Slow truck there. Or is this the guy? No, that's another one. Oh, pretty valleys here. I wish I could show you. Pretty green fields and green hills.
His administration said that they would review what they call malign activity from the Russian government. And yesterday was the day when they announced robust sanctions against Russia. And that included sanctions against Russia's economy, that included keeping out 10 Russian diplomats from Washington, some of which the Biden administration said were agents. And they also
have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion.
What the heck is that? Oh my God. Crazy religious stuff out in the rural boonies. Sorry. Nobody's coming to save you.
Well, we could go as far back as the Obama administration. Remember, when Obama came into office, they tried a so-called reset with Russia, with the Kremlin, and that didn't quite work out because of a number of factors, one of which was Russia invading Crimea in 2014 and illegally annexing the peninsula and also leading to a war in eastern Ukraine. And that was followed in 2016 with Russia meddling in the U.S. elections. So many of these themes linger in addition to some other malign activity that the Biden administration says Russia is responsible, including hacks and other influence campaigns. So with all of that lingering, the tensions are only rising, which has led to the sanctions we saw yesterday and now the counter-sanctions that we're seeing from Russia today.
Right, and very little correction to the relationship under Trump. What kind of pathway forward is there now for the U.S.-Russia relationship?
Well, earlier this week, President Biden did call Russian President Vladimir Putin in part to say that the U.S. stands with Ukraine and supports Ukrainian sovereignty.
3 miles, we get off.
Both leaders also mentioned that they would like to meet in person for a summit. So there is a sense that both sides would like to talk, even with tensions being high, but it seems like that won't happen anytime soon. Thank you very much, Marco.
It seems mainland China is not getting pause on its crackdown on democracy in Hong Kong. Today, multiple pro-democracy activists...
Why did everybody get over? Oh, we got a trooper up here. Remember, move over for flashing lights. Trooper. That's an enforcement trooper there. Motor vehicle transport enforcement. Looking at trucks.
It's happened now, the sentencing. It was a surprise a year ago when they were arrested because it's not just their age, but it's also they were largely seen as moderate figures within the democracy movement. So it was surprising how widespread the crackdown on anybody who has supported even the mildest forms of protests and even the most gradualist.
Snow trails, Malabar Farm State Park. Who knows about Malabar Farm? Anybody? Does anybody know who got married at Malabar Farm? Well, yes, there are conservatives that are liberal about some things. But, I mean, when you have stupid ass laws like Texas that is specifically trying to keep out students who may not have a driver's license but they won't be allowed to use their state ID to vote with from their university. That's bullshit. That's 100% bullshit. I don't care who you are, you should agree that is nonsense. This is a busy exit here, 13. Because it's a big midway point between Cleveland and Columbus, so it's got a lot of fast food joints, a couple motels, restaurants. All right, we're gonna turn left, and then we gotta turn over there. Bunch of weird turns here. Well, we don't have an open border. I mean, we've got a big border on our south that is very hard to deal with, and we have a country, unlike on our north, Canada. Nobody wants to come here from Canada, but from Central and South America, everybody wants to come here. Gotta go up here and turn right. I have friends who have British passports, and they've definitely thought of moving to Canada in the last 10 years. Oh, in general, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, Europe has a lot more troubles with border issues than America even does because of all the wars going on, pushing people to have to leave and become refugees. And in Mexico and Central and South America, you've got all these, well, you got poverty and you got all these gangs, these countries with these drug cartels. Am I turning here? No, further up. There's a state trooper. I lost my map. Where'd it go? Turn here. It's taking me the back way. Orchard Park Road. Ooh, this will be a pretty little spot.
Moves such as this and the whole last year of moves like it that have been coming.
Jeff Wasserstrom studies modern Chinese history at the University of California, Irvine. We've been speaking about today's sentences of democracy activists and high-profile leaders in Hong Kong. Jeff, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you very much for talking to me.
In Peru, a crowded field of 18 presidential candidates is now down to 2. A school teacher and the daughter of a former president. They go to a runoff election in June. Many Peruvians see it as a choice between the far left and the far right. Jorge Valencia reports.
Both candidates were
controversial. Oh, there's a big house. Very nice.
Pedro Castillo appeared before his supporters in his native rural region.
Check that house out.
Castillo spoke with no podium, no microphone, just a face.
That's one reason I wanted to take a trip, go to Sin. Now we're over the highway. This is very rural country around here, farmland. Ohio's biggest business is agriculture overall. Yeah, look at this. Look at this view here. Look at this view. Wow. Pretty country. Pretty country. Well, wow. Pretty country here. Come over that hill. If you got a house up on that hill, the views would be awesome. You can see really far in the distance out here. I don't know if you guys can get that or not. Out there, look at that out there. Pretty. So the gunman at the FedEx facility in Indianapolis is 19 years old. What the hell was that asshole's world about? Ooh, a pink garbage can. I like that. Pink garbage can. Oh, there's another one. I like that color. Oh, look at this hill. Look at the view here. Nice. I gotta admit, it would be nice to live somewhere like this where you get to see this every day. What is, pick the different out to get over here. And we are about a minute away from our destination. There's a big factory over there. Big factory. Couple of them. So we are now in Lexington, Ohio. Woo! And what's the first thing we're greeted with? An oil change, a Speedway gas, and a Dollar General. Every little town looks the same, right? Sun's coming out now and heating the car up. So do we stay on this street? Yeah. Belleville, Ohio, 6 miles away. Signal any better now that we're in the city limits? Oh. Maybe we'll find a little diner here to eat at. What's that place? Buck's Bar and Grill. Are you here, Buck? Buck's Bar and Grill. I don't think Buck is here. Oh, there's a cemetery. Good-sized cemetery. Lexington Cemetery, but that's got some old graves in it. Oops, I gotta turn left here. Where am I turning left? Here? I'm gonna turn here. Nope. next street. I jumped it too quick. Oh, too quick. All right, let's turn around. We can always come back here. I jumped the gun. Get bad signal. The GPS is behind sometimes. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I should probably just turn around. There's endless traffic here. It's going to be very hard to get out of here. I might just give up on this, but we'll try to do it. School buses to the left, school buses to the right, school buses in front of us. Turn that radio off, it's got a bad signal. Oh, look at all this traffic. School buses. Oh, cars turning. Come on, car, get on my way. Oh, another car turning. Oh my gosh. Don't ever turn in that street again. The Nickel Bean, a coffee company. Is this where we want to turn? Oh, now I'm all confused. My map is all confused now. Oh my gosh. What the heck did it just do? Oh, I see what it did. This is where it wanted me to turn originally. This is like the center of Lexington, it looks like. I think downtown is to the right. Can't really tell. I have to check out Lexington. I'm trying to think. There's something here I would think that's pretty well known. Where the heck is it? Well, we'll look on the map after we're done. Green light. Ugh. Okay, where do we go now? School zone. 20 miles an hour. Oh no. Am I going to get stuck? Oh, that's the schools. Here's the where we get all that traffic. Wonder if we're delivering. Okay, we are at our destination somewhere. Oh, we're delivering to a school, looks like. Oh, this will be interesting. You gotta figure this out. I think this is the high school up here. Where would I go to make a delivery? Well, I don't know. It's plumbing supplies, I think, so maintenance. I don't know. Okay, the office or maintenance. I can call. They can probably.
Well, let me think, because I don't know if maintenance is still here. Who's it from?
Oh, standard plumbing. It's plumbing parts. That's all I know.
A lot?
No, it's just a box.
Well, why don't you give it to me? Do you want to give it? I work in the office.
You look like you came out of here, yeah.
Yes,
That's why I asked.
I work in the office, so I would be happy to take it back in there for you.
Okay, because the schools are probably, the doors are probably locked a little. And,
yeah, I have a key to get in.
You know what I mean? So I can't get in. I'd have to find the door where I could get buzzed in.
Right, absolutely. And the person that would buzz you in just walked out, and that would be me. That would be me.
Real heavy. You know, it's, yeah.
I think I can.
You know, it just says 103. Is it Cleaver or
Clever?
It is Clever.
That's
That's how I called it originally.
I call it Clever, and I think it is.
All right, let me finish my. Okay, we're here. Let's get rid of that. Let's go here. All right, it knows we're here. Upload another image. Take a photo. Turn the camera. Bad camera. Upload at least 2 photos. Okay. Uploading. Okay. Name of the recipients.
Sherry.
All right, all delivered. This is either high school or middle school. Maybe it's a middle school. Not sure which building this is. I got very lucky. I'm very good at finding people that walk out of buildings. What is that? Lexington. Can't. Board of Education. Okay, so this is the Board of Education building here and a high school. Yep, Lexington High School. Big gymnasium there. Athletic fields out back here. Oh. So, to see what Lexington looks like? Oh, I was going to look at. That's right. There's something. Cool, thanks. Since this is my first, I forget when I set everything up if I can cash out immediately or does it do direct deposit? I don't even remember now. All right. All right. All right. Shut that down. Are there any deliveries out here? Nothing really close by. So this is where we're at. There we are. Cleveland's up there. Columbus is down there with the number down here. So we're closer to Columbus than we are to Cleveland right now. All right. So is there any deliveries nearby? That's pretty far away. That's not worth it. Oh, hey, Donna. You know, I've only been by the state reformatory a couple times in my life. Luckily, it was closed when I might have gone to prison. Oh, there was something. Where are we at? That's the wrong map. Go back to this map. All right. What am I looking for? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I've never gone to this place. I can't believe it. My whole life, all the auto racing stuff I've been into. Mid-Ohio sports car courses here. This is where it's at, Lexington. It's where are we at? 3 miles away. It's a very big racetrack. There we are. It's just a little northwest of town. Mid-Ohio sports car course. And I've never come down for any of the races. Let's see, where's the track at? Let's go to satellite view and see what we can see here. There's the course. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've done some racing and I've done some classes. Never been to a big course like this, though. All right. So let's go back. Regular view. Okay, so it's... All right. What is this lake? Clear Fork Reservoir. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the only place that gal thought of to eat at was Buck's Bar and Grill. Lexington Minutemen. Oh, that's what that sign said. Okay. That's what the high school's mascot's name is, their team name, the Minutemen. Now let's see if we can find downtown Lexington. Take a look at it for a second since we're here. It's not very big. I promise you. Junction 42. Oh, this is 42. Not even thinking, yeah. Route 42, I could take that all the way back home. There's the pink. Pink. Carter Electric, Lexington, Ohio. Carter's Telecom. Yeah, these little towns signal. Even though this is a town, the signal can be horrible. Even these little towns have shitty service. Yeah, well, because I'm sitting still. That's part of it usually, instead of moving. Let's go down this road straight ahead. I think this might be downtown over here. Either way, it's going down. If there is a downtown. Well, this looks like we're leaving town already. Like Lexington's pretty small. We just left town. There's the Moose Lodge. There's the track team. They're out practicing. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's turn around. We just left Lexington. Well, let's see. Where are we going? Are we going toward the... Where is the racetrack? Well, we're not going to really be able to see the racetrack. Probably. I'd love to take some classes on a good track. Must. Because your own vehicle, you have a whole thing done to the vehicle, even for a simple class of practice. You got to have an approved helmet. You've got to have a number of things done to the car to pass technical inspection. Pass stuff. Should look at a map. I have no idea where we're driving west, I think. That's about all I know. It's a neat old house. All right, let's start. He's building a big new house up on the hill. Left water plant. All right, we're gonna have to turn around where we're going. Find a way to turn around up here. Man, can't imagine trying to get out of some of these driveways around here with this traffic. Oh, that'd be a pain in the ass. Especially with some of these blind spots. It's very, very difficult road to get out of. Lots of blind spots because of these hills. We are up on a big hill here. Stop sign. Well, there's a good driveway. Gotta get off this busy road here. I can look at a map. Oh. Did it come back? Oh. Did it come back? Where are we at? We're up there, yeah. We went north, kind of. Northwest. What's the Ohio Reformatory? We're not far from it. No. All right. So, where are we at? I just came out of Lexington. So if I turn on this road that way, take us into Mansfield. All right. How's the battery? A little better now for a minute. Oh. Hey, Buck. You missed it. I almost went to eat at Buck's Bar and Grill in Lexington because there's nowhere else. Got no signals here. Go look it up. It's a big new place. It's the only place the girl at the school said I could go eat. Lexington's pretty small. I never even found downtown. But now I'm outside of Lexington, so I'm going to head, if you guys stay with me, whoever's here, I'm going to head back north to Mansfield, and we'll try to drive by the old Ohio State Reformatory, famous Mansfield Prison, where they filmed Shawshank Redemption. They filmed a few movies there. It is open for tours, but it's sometimes, but that's probably closed right now because of everything going on. So I don't know if the video will stay with us because the signal is coming and going. If you hang in, if not, I'm back if I lose everything when I get to Mansfield. Busy intersections. Jesus, look at all this traffic out here. Yeah, this is a better road, not as much traffic. I don't like busy rural roads like that. They're just being a really pretty drive here. This will be nice and hilly. I don't know if you'll get any of this or not. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that little pond in front of this house. Wow. That's pretty. Look at that. Pretty pond here. Beautiful, beautiful big chunks of land here. Can you not see me waving? Go around. Use your turn signal. Wow, look at that house back there. Jesus. Big houses. Big properties out here, man. People got money. Uh-oh, we're going down a hill. Not much I can do about the signal. I'm sorry. Oh, there's a trail here. Oh. There's a hike and bike trail just passed. Oh, what's this? All right, thank you that the audio is good. I mean, we're way out in a rural area. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm out. There's no signal out here. It's just going to have to get better. We're entering Mansfield Prison. What is all this? What we got? Video came back. So should I try to stay or should I restart? I mean, I could restart with a new title. I mean, this is I got bad signal out here, know, still very rural. We're getting into Mansfield. It should get better. Should get better. Oh. All right, we're going to leave it going. Like I said, I'm going to try and we'll go by the Ohio State Reformatory. Oh, I can't turn around here without doing that. Going. I just pulled into the Department of Veterans Affairs building. All right, let's just keep driving into Mansfield. hopefully it'll stay. As long as there's a lot of hills, so signals are going to be bad. Some gorgeous properties through here. I wish you could see them. Wow, look at that big estate. Holy crap. Something I'd see out in the east side of Cleveland. Look at these homes. Holy shit. Should have seen that place back there. It was big old stone. Mansfield Art Center. Ah, there you go. They have culture here. We're in the city of Mansfield now. Oh, lots of brick homes. Brick was obviously very cheap and popular. It's been a long time since. Wow, look at that Victorian. Wow, big brick Victorian house. I haven't been in Mansfield, geez, probably in, I don't know, decades, even passing through it. No idea where we're going. We'll just keep going on this road. It should take us, I guess, into downtown. Drive-through pizza joint. Pink garbage cans. Yeah, it's Art Walk tonight, man. We might go to Art Walk if I got back to Cleveland. I would like to go to Art Walk. Oh, in Mansfield here? Yeah, I'm sure Mansfield has some stuff. You know, I'm pretty good. You can try to look it up. I'm pretty good at hunting down places. I mean, Buck's was just a bar. You know, I mean, I'm sure it had good food. You know. Video's frozen. What's going on? Come on. My video's frozen. Come on, phone. Ugh. Shoot. I may have to restart. I don't know. My video's frozen. What the heck? Can't even flip the camera. I'm going to have to restart, all right? I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to restart. because I don't know what's going on. Phone's locked up or whatever. The app is locked up. All right, bye-bye. I'll be right back. New title.